Hey, what's going on, everyone? Brandon here with Bait and Fish. Today I'm going to go over the Garmin chart plotter and some of the best settings that I like using when I'm going offshore so I can find the hard bottom, ledges, pits, and to actually see the fish on the sonar itself. Because out of the box, I don't think that the settings that Garmin has is, I would say, top notch. One thing I would like to point out first is to check your transducer type. Make sure it's the GT15. Sometimes it's set to a different transducer type, but the GT15 is what you need to have it set for the Sea-Doo. So one of the first things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Sonar. Traditional. That way we have the bigger screen on there. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to hit menu. Now this is going to bring up all the menu options that we're going to set here. And what I have set here is not what comes default. So for me, when it comes to gain, now this is going to be like how clear everything's going to be as it's scanning, and I like setting this to auto medium. I don't want it to overpower itself, because then you're catching everything, whether it's seagrass, weeds, you know. I mean, if you're looking for pods of bait, a small bait fish, it's good to have, but when you're going off deeper, you don't want to be catching every single thing. So auto medium. Next, we're going to go to beam width, and we're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave that at 17 degrees. We're not going to do the zoom. The zoom is just zooming into a spot, and you don't want that, especially if you're drifting over spots. You want to be able to see the whole picture as you're going through. Unless you are permanently anchored somewhere and you want to see and you're just spot checking, then that would be good. But if you're actively fishing, you don't want that. You can record the sonar. We leave it there. Leave that sonar transmit on. Don't mess with the range. Leave the range set at auto. You don't want to limit yourself there. And then frequency, you know, you want to keep it on chirp. And now we're going to go into Sonar Setup. Now you can just adjust your scroll speed any way you want. You can slow it down, or you can speed it up. See, as we go down, it's real slow. So if you want to zoom in on certain things, you can slow it down. I keep mine at 10 just because of the currents that we have over here. I drift over it, so I kind of want to have it in almost realish time. Now we're going to go into appearance, and now this is going to be more of a personal preference depending on what other sonars you used in the past. So we're going to go into appearance, we're going to go into color scheme, and you can change it where you can do yellow, classic blue, white, maroon. That one, I think that'd be hard to see. Red and green, orange, red. You have your greens, grays, but I think the yellow, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of resembles the Lawrence sonar. So if you're used to that, you can leave it there, but for me, I like the blue. Moving forward, we're going to go into advanced. We're going to hit interference. We're going to hit interference to low. Again, this is something to do with seeing every single thing in the water. So if you have your interference set to high or even medium, everything in the water is going to show up, and it could mismark you as if they're fish or not. So I set mine to low. That's my preference. I don't want to track every single thing that's in the water based on the type of fishing that I'm doing, which is going offshore, hitting the wrecks, hitting the reefs. But if you're wanting to troll and you want to see if you're passing by a pod of kingfish, tuna, dolphin, any of that sort, then you can probably kick it up to medium, but high I think would be way too much. Back at the advanced menu, you have surface noise, and you know, for me, I have that turned off. The surface noise is basically what you see when you first start up your GPS when it's in default, and you'll see red markings and the markings on top of the water. Well, I'm not looking at anything on top of the water. I can see that myself, so I turn that off. So there you have it. Those are the settings that I use that I think that are the best when it comes to targeting fish. If you found this informative and helpful, please give this a like and subscribe. I'll be doing more of these how-tos and reviews as well as going offshore. So there's more to come, guys, and I thank you for watching. Cheers.